Hey, good morning, everybody, or afternoon, wherever you're at. In today's video, we're going to do a little bit of training on kind of the presentation that you're going to use with a loan officer or realtor or new referral partner. This video that we're going to cover today is something that I would just go ahead and share. We'll put a link below this video with the loan officer so they can understand really the flow of what we're trying to do and how we're trying to help the process as well as incentivization. So let's go ahead and jump into step one. So step one is most referral partners and most professionals in general are horrible at referring business to other professionals. And the reason is because we really don't have a methodology of getting that referral to the other professional. And I don't care what you're referring. This does not have to be a dynamic between an insurance agent and a loan officer or realtor. It's just in professionals only, period, right? And if you think about your daily process on how often you come across clients or prospects that you technically could refer over to another professional because it comes up in the conversation and you're just like, man, this would be great for Joe, but I'm not really sure how to bring Joe into the conversation, right? Well, that's what we're going to help you with, and that's exactly why we design these flyers. So at this point in the training, it takes us about 24 to 48 hours to doctor up all of the materials and send them out to you. So if it's been that long, you should have these in your hands right now. If you don't, go ahead and shoot us an email and we'll make sure that we get them out to you. But within 24 to 40 hours, 72 hours, you should have them. The flyer process, I know it seems like a very simple process, right? Well, we try to keep everything simple because if you don't make it simple, people just won't do it, period. If there's any barrier, it's like, nah, I'd rather not, right? So the idea behind these flyers is when you're buying a house, if you've ever bought a house, you're always supplying paperwork, right? I mean, loan officers and realtors are always either giving you paperwork or asking for paperwork. So what we want to do is we want to use these flyers. So I would suggest if you once you get these in your email, go to Kinko's or go to Office Depot or whatever your local print supply place is, right? I don't know where in the country you are. Print them off. Print off 100 of them, right? Just so that way you have some to give to the loan officers and realtors. Obviously, they're not each doing 100 deals, but you need a stack of these and make sure that they're in some sort of glossy print, not just printed on some just crappy paper, right? And the whole point of this is while they're giving the documents, right? And whether those documents are in person or whether those documents are virtual, since now in COVID times, we're updating this video, and some people cannot go out and see people. You know, governors are a little oppressive and they don't let you do that, right? They're like, no, you need to stay home, right? Well, if you have that case and you're in a place where you can't actually go anywhere, we give you these in PDF form to where the loan officer realtor can also include them in PDF form or in physical form, depending on where you're at, and give them. So this is the idea behind these flyers, is it's a physical piece. Whether it's physical or whether it's virtual, it's a piece about you that nobody else is using. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these in our doc packet so that way we're able to just say this word track right here where, I'll just fill this in. Hey, Joe, this is Richard from Goosehead. He's a part of our team and he usually handles the insurance part of this transaction. He's going to be giving you a call a couple of days to go ahead and go over the home insurance. All right. Sounds great. That's all they need to say. They need to say these words. They need to hand them this flyer. And then after that, everything should be good. So just like in Sales 101, you assume the sale. You don't assume they're going to give you some contradiction. You don't assume that they're going to give you some feedback. Oh, no, I've already got somebody. You state what's going to happen and then you make it happen. That's how you sell stuff. So we give you the word tracks. We give you the pieces of flyers and the physical pieces you need, whether it's in physical or PDF. So that way that can happen. There's no secret around here. Okay. So, one of the things that we like you to do is we want you to share this video with your loan officers and realtors so that way they can see exactly what you're seeing and why this works. Okay. Because it puts it right in their process. They slide it across the table. They don't have a problem. Okay. The second piece they're going to do is they're going to jump on the internet and go to your link. And the link is on not only the flyer, but it's also on the brochure that you should have printed out as well. And again, when we come to these brochures, you can either give them to them in physical form or you can give them to you in PDF form. Either way, on each of the documents, they're going to have a link right here that's going to show where they need to go to supply or submit that referral. So they go to the website, as you can see here, Smith Agency, they input their information. That information goes into the portal and it also gets emailed over to you so you can pick up the phone and actually do the quoting. So we try to give them these two very simple processes to make sure that in during their day to day, they're dealing with prospects, they're dealing with clients every day. They need to make sure that they do this step because that is what gets the referral over to you. Now, step two is explaining to them why they should be referring to you, right? So we know that they want referrals just as bad as you do. I don't care what you're selling. If you get a referral, it is 10 times easier to sell somebody that's been referred to you than selling somebody that's completely cold. So, because you, as an insurance agent, are at the tail end of all the transactions, you are not the first person to know that they want to buy a house. There's never been a time, don't quote me on that, that somebody called their insurance agent and said, "Hey, I'm looking to buy or sell my house or refinance my house. Do you know anybody?" No, that doesn't happen. We're at the bottom of the totem pole. Nobody's going to call you to figure out if you know somebody. You're the end of the transaction. So, because of that, it's almost impossible for you to ever refer to anybody. So, if you can't supply them value, right? Because this is a reciprocal relationship. They give and you give. There's no, hey, there if this whole relationship ends up that they just keep feeding you, you're not going to have a relationship very long. Right. They're just gonna be like, you know what, you're not worth it. I'll just go find another insurance agent because there's 50 of them down the street that I'll work with because they might actually do something. Now, I don't know for sure if they'll do something, but maybe. And I'd rather take that chance than know for the fact that you're not going to give me anything. So, what we want to do is we want to get them referrals. Well, how do we do that? We get them referrals by these two P processes. Number one is going to be new homebuyer gifts, and then two on our mailer system. And basically, what we do is when somebody buys a house, right, and you close their home insurance, we're going to use this brochure and we're going to send them gifts. Okay. Those gifts are coffee mugs or wine glasses, beer mugs, a doormat, some sort of a utensil holder, or even a cutting board. And all of them are personalized. The reason why we chose these gifts is because there is nothing new about gifting when you buy a house. If you've ever purchased a house, then more than likely you got a basket of junk from your loan officer realtor, right? I mean, they'll give you Swiffer mops, they'll give you, Home Depot gift cards, they give you all this stuff. Guess what you do with it? You throw it in the closet. Because why? Because you got other stuff to do. But when you have a personalized gift, guess what happens? You use it. And when you use it, that is what we're trying, that we accomplish our goal, right? And so what we want to do is we're going to send these gifts on behalf of the loan officer or realtor to make them look better. This is not going to be something that's co-branded. This is going to be something that's branded to them because our goal is to get a referral for them, not necessarily you. So we want to start out by wowing that client because we know for a fact that if they're going to refer business to you or them or the loan officer realtor, they're going to do so probably within the first 6 months. Because if you go look at NAR statistics, guess what? 9 out of 10 people, I know it sounds crazy, but 90% of people that purchase a home do not know their loan officer or realtor's name at the end of 1 year. That's shocking. Like they don't know who the heck you were. They're just going to go find somebody else if they're going to repeat business. So what we want to do is, because of that, we need to take advantage of the time space that we have. When somebody buys a house, when do you think they have people over? They don't have people over 2 years from now and then, hey, this is my new house. It's 2 years old. No, they buy a house, and guess what? Everybody's coming over within the first 90 days or 6 months. So we want to wow them. But second, everybody knows if you've been in sales for more than 2 days, the fortune is in the follow up. Most of these people don't follow up. So we're going to follow up for them. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to drop mailers. And a lot of people are like, well, why are you going to do mailers? Mailers seem outdated. They seem like they're from 1980. Well, guess what? Mailers have been making a comeback for years because it's the only way to guarantee somebody's actually going to see your message. I don't care how many emails you send. Most of the time, guess where they end up? In their promotions folder, in the spam box, because guess what? It's just that's how the ISPs are going to categorize it. So you don't even know if they even see your stuff. Well, guess what? You send it in the mail, and it's a personalized postcard or a letter. People most likely open it, and so our goal is to put you and them. This is where we do co-branding. We're going to brand you, and we're going to brand them at the bottom of these postcards, just like in the flyers, okay? Just like right here where they see your picture, they see your information in a call. We put that on the bottom of every single one of these postcards, and then we mail them out to you. These postcards are designed to get referrals. We ask for referrals. This middle one that says refer a friend, we put that kind of stuff in every single one of these postcards, because the goal is if they can send you 10 deals, okay? You see my two hands, 10 fingers, right? 10 deals in the next year, and you're able to generate just two referrals to close out of those 10 deals, that loan officer or realtor will love you and keep sending you your business. Why? Because they actually made money, right? If you think about it, as an insurance agent to a loan officer or realtor, they make 5 to 10 times the amount of money that you make per transaction. This is not a volume game for them, right? You need to close tons of policies every month to keep your lights on. They need to close one or two. That's it, right? So when they're able to close another one or two, then you are looked at as valuable. You are not, you now stand head over shoulders against any other insurance person that might come into their circle and prospect. Hey, you want to work with me? No. Why? Because I work with Rich down the road and he gets me referrals, which is actual cash. We're all in the same boat. We need money, right? That is why we're doing what we're doing. I don't care if you sell insurance, sell houses, sell mortgages, cars, what, it doesn't matter. We're all in it for the money. So unless you're going to promote me and get me more money, I'm not going to work with you. That is exactly why our program works. When you walk into a loan officer or realtor's office, or you Skype them on Zoom, or you get them on Skype or Zoom, guess what? There is no other insurance agent that's walking in with a system, a full-blown system that's saying, hey, loan officer, realtor, I have a system from point A, which we're going to give you different materials to promote us, to point B, to actually getting you more referrals. Nobody does that. That's why we stand out versus every other program that you've probably looked at. So what we want to do is, while we're sitting down with these guys, we want to explain them this very process, right? There's nothing complicated about handing out a flyer, going to a website, getting some new referral gifts, and then following up with them to make sure that we get referrals, right? It's all super duper duper simple, and it's all within RESPA compliance. That's the other key thing too. So if you have any questions about how this program works, go ahead and shoot us an email, or we can jump on the phone, book a call, and we kind of walk you through it. But this is the basics of how we're going to launch this new referral process. We've got to give them the process, and we've got to give them a reason why. So if you have any questions, like I said, go ahead and email us, or we'll see you in the next video.